I want to welcome everybody to this demonstration. 1 year today marks the 1 year anniversary since JANIYAH McMichael Rogers went missing. And her mom still won't tell where she is. Before I get started, I want to send my condolences to the dad. The dad is in my chat, Antonio Rogers. I want to send my condolences to you and the family. And if it's anything that I can do to help with anything that you need, you just let me know. Um, are you on Instagram? Are you on any social media platforms, Dad? If you are on any social media platforms, if you can follow me on Instagram or TikTok at Shank Rock. If you could follow us, if you could follow me on Instagram or TikTok, my handle is Shank Rock. And then I could DM you and we can talk. If not, just let me. Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, if you could send me a follower on TikTok or Instagram, Shank Rock, and I'll be glad to connect with you. Can I get everybody to throw up some prayer hands for the dad of JANIYAH, as well as JANIYAH and other missing children? I do have a special guest backstage that I will be inviting on the panel with me. This is an open panel. So if any of you all that's in the chat, any of you all that's watching, if any of you all would like to join me on the panel, feel free to join me on the panel. I only ask a few things. When you're up on the panel, please be respectful to me and other guests that are on my panel. And also, no profanity. No profanity. And if someone on the panel is giving their opinion on something, even if they're saying that it's facts, let them continue what they have to say. And then when you get a chance to speak, then address what you feel as though that person said was wrong. We don't want to cut nobody off. All right. We don't want to cut nobody off while they're talking. Now, this case is similar to many of these cases that I've been covering and many of these cases that I've been following. And I'm seeing too many of these cases where the grandmother and the mother are letting these daughters, letting these little girls down. I don't like it. I don't like it. Now, Dad is in the chat. So, Dad, if you feel as though I'm being disrespectful, or if you feel as though I'm going a little bit to the left, just let me know. Hey, Shank, loosen up a little bit and I'll loosen up. But I get very emotional covering these cases. You know, these babies are being mistreated and disrespected, and many of them are being unalived by their own mom. But let's get into this interview, and a big shout out to the interviewer that interviewed the mom, missing, lost in traffic. So make sure everybody go over and subscribes to the platform, Missing, Lost in Traffic. But I want to tap into this interview with JANIYAH's mom. Now, first, let me just say this. First, now when I done that reaction to Toot and KC's interview, shout out to KC, shout out to Toot. the first thing that really had me pissed was KC making reference to how the mom said that she told her if she's pregnant, because she suspected that she might be pregnant, she was going to kick the baby out. I didn't like that at all. So that raised the red flag. But let's tap into the interview with the mom in Missing, Lost, and Traffic. Once again, let me drop this link. If anybody want to join me on the panel, just click on this blue StreamYard link.
Concerned about any of that right now. All I know, can you listen to me? For what? More than 4 months. I'm trying to count up the months, or at least since August, right? It's January. I'm telling you what I've done. I've been reporting on your daughter's disappearance. I started a petition the FBI to get involved.
Let's be for real. Everything that you have reported has not been A1. It's not been accurate.
That's why.
Where are the facts?
That's why I said, can you let me talk? Because I want to get to the heart of the facts. I've been doing everything I can to really get the police more involved, so we don't have a situation that we have right now. Whereas we have, let me talk, a 13-year-old that has been missing since August 11th here, at least from what you have stated, right? So we forget making assumptions. Any of that. We're going to go with the August 11th. So what I want to do really, that was really important, is talk about August 11th. She's 13 years old. She's missed part of the school year. We'll be coming to the close of the 2024-2025 school year. That's a problem. 13 years old. So can we talk about what happened and what your daughter was doing at 5 o'clock p.m. on August 11th? That's where I really forget everything else. He doesn't matter, though. Nobody else matter. I just want to know what happened those hours leading up to when you realized your daughter was missing. Nothing else really matters to me at all.
Honestly, well, I'm here to be honest. None of y'all opinions matter. That's okay. What it is, honestly, because.
And see, I can understand her saying I can't even really understand her saying that none of y'all opinions matter. See, this is the problem that I have when the mom and grandmothers of these missing young girls, this is one of the problems that I have when they come on these public platforms. When they come on the public platforms, they already come on the platforms with these nonchalant, nasty kind of attitudes. Well, none of y'all opinions matter. To me, I'm just speaking for me. That's a red flag. Because if you're innocent, if you're not guilty, then, and it's just my opinion, y'all, and I'm not a woman. I don't think like a woman. So maybe I'm wrong, but you want to be as more, to me, convincing to be able to say, hey, listen, I'll answer any of the questions that you may have for me to answer. No problem. But to come off in the hostile attitude, the nasty attitude, I don't care, none of y'all opinions matter. To me, that's a red flag. Let me grab some comment. Let me grab this comment. That's crazy because her demeanor is nasty as you know what. And that's where I'm coming from, TT. You know, that's where I'm coming from. And the dad, Antonio, he says this is true. Now, you got these people that's in the public. You got the podcasters, the content creators, and we're here to advocate for your daughter. We're here to help the best way that we can. Why come with that nasty attitude? That nasty attitude doesn't sit right at all with me. TT says, remind me of the Harris them family. Exactly. You know, that shit ain't cute. It's not. That's not ladylike. And I know for some of y'all may not know what being ladylike is about. But I guess because I'm from a different era. And I can't even say that I'm from a different era because there are teenagers, there are young ladies in their 20s, young ladies in their 30s know what being ladylike is about. So I'm not even going to push it off and say, well, you know, different day and time. No. That's negative. That's negative. Because even in these days and times, females know all about what it is to be classy. I mean, females know all about what it is to be professional. Females as young as 13 and 14 know to, you know, be respectful. Appreciate this super sticker, Miss Cheek. Appreciate the super sticker, Miss Cheek. Guilty attitude. Her attitude is stank like ew. No remorse or guilt or anything at all. Now, I've seen a lot of videos of the mom. I've never seen her shed a tear. I could be wrong. Drop a 3 in the chat if you have seen the mom on video and she shedded a tear. I've seen at least 10 videos of the mom. I haven't seen her shed a tear not one time. She had that attitude from the beginning. Miss Cheeks, thanks for your support. I would never, and anyone that tries to help me find my child, that's what we're here for. That's what she's there for, to help. So the attitude is a red flag. Some women, especially the 80s baby mothers, never took the time to heal from their trauma. So when they have daughters, they're either jealous of the potential they see. And you know what, Shara, I'm so glad that you said that because you put it, in my opinion, you put it in a perfect perspective. So many women from the 80s had trauma, the baby moms and all that, and they just never healed from it. So they passed the trauma down, and the trauma that they didn't pass down, some of them passed that trauma down mentally, spiritually, but in this case, in a lot of cases, some of them passed that trauma down physically. And to me, it's like, and I asked this question, why is it so much jealousy that some moms have for their daughters? Because for this mom to say if she's pregnant, she's gonna stomp that baby out, that just wasn't the appropriate thing to be saying. And I pray that that's not what she done. Can you kindly tip the host? Or they're trying to protect them from things they went through but don't know how to properly. Salute, Spicy. And if y'all would like to support the channel, there's several ways to support the channel. Salute, Diamond. Never, not at all, not once. Glad everyone's starting to see what I've been seeing for years. And I'm going to do this because this is my platform. And I'm praying that one day I do get the opportunity to have Dad up here on the panel with me. But I want to give a shout out to JANIYAH's dad. I want to give a shout out to JANIYAH's dad because the way that he was treated, you know, and I only heard just little bits of it, but for him to have to go through that as far as the mom alienating him from JANIYAH's life. And see, this happens. And I know some people might feel, but Shank, he could have done everything in his power if he really wanted to see his child and be in his child's life. That's not true. That's not true. As men, not all, but as men, we just don't want to entertain certain things. I can speak for myself, y'all. I can speak for myself. I don't have time to entertain little mind games. I got a quick temper. I got an attitude problem. And this is the one thing that I learned in anger management. You know you got a attitude problem. So why put yourself in predicaments? Why be around people that you know going to draw the attitude? Why be around people that you know that will bring that dark side of you out of you? And so for a lot of us men, when dealing with these women, these bitter baby mothers, you know, especially when they get to calling you a bunch of punk bitches. You know, I get my new boyfriend to whip your ass. I get this person to whip your ass. You know what I mean? We ain't got time for all that stuff. We just don't. We already dealing with our issues. And then to be having the mother of our child constantly taking shots at us. Dad says, here I am, cheated out my baby her whole life and hurt the most. And I know it do. I know it do. You know, and this don't happen in all cases, but this is a prime example of what do happen in a lot of cases. A lot of cases. A lot of mothers. A lot of bitter baby mothers keep dads away from their child. And this is what happens.
I have a whole child out here missing that we search for because people say we don't search for. We search for her.
I'm not giving an opinion. Can I talk? It's not fair to me.
August 11th wasn't the day. August 11th was the day of her sister's birthday party, and August 11th was the day that we had the conversation. August 11th night, after that conversation, August 12th morning, when it was time to get everybody up, is when I realized she wasn't in the home.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question? This is very important. What was happening the hours leading up to her going to bed for the night, or at least you thought she would sleep for the night? Yes, that's important because those are the hours leading up to her disappearance. So August 11th, the day before, we know she allegedly disappeared sometime after midnight. I get that. I just want to know 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, or at least if you can tell me, hey, I went to bed around this time. If you can just give me that much, what you remember her doing, and what you remember happening in the house before you went to sleep, and tell me what time that was.
What happening was her coming back home from her aunt's house, and us celebrating her sister's birthday, because her sister's birthday is August 11th. So we did cupcakes, sang happy birthday that night. After that, all the kids decided to play. We sat at the table. We had a conversation. She stormed upstairs to her room, and that was that. Her sister seen her that night because she shares a room with one of her sisters. She seen her that night, and Janiyah told her she was going to get water for her to lay back down. She did what she was told. She went back to sleep. That morning is when I noticed that she was gone because I'm getting them up to get them ready.
What time was it? I saw in an article, I believe that it was saying like 5 in the morning. Do you remember around what time you noticed she was not there?
Between 5 and 5:30, I was getting them up to get ready for school.
And when you checked her room, did you notice anything noticeably missing from her room?
Yeah, we discussed that with the police. Yes, everything was discussed with the police. You want me to go into detail? I don't have to go into detail.
Okay.
I don't owe you or your followers details.
Okay. Can I at least ask, how do you know what she had on? Because there was a description of clothing, and you said that. Hold on, I'm going from articles that I've actually.
And she dropped down. Mom Dukes dropped down. Dad says she taunted me while looking for my baby. That's sad. I'm going to get to you, baby pretty. Give me a minute. Not at all. I got you, honey K. I got you. Because y'all know y'all be confusing Shank Rock like hell. Some women that went through the 80s 70s Chronicles and Never Healed. They're the worst mothers. Yes. Antonio, my heart breaks for you. I can't imagine how you're feeling. Praying for you and the baby. I see you, Capricorn. I see you. Let me bring my special guest on. Baby Pretty.
I don't have the what you call
Can you hear me?
it?
I'll wait till she get her mic and everything together. Now, another thing that I peeped when the mom said that, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but the mom said that the grandmother's boyfriend brought cupcakes up to the school. But then she also said that the mom brought those cupcakes up there. So which one is it? I mean, which one is it? And like I said, for me to never shed a tear, to never shed a tear, and then just the treatment that she gave the dad is bad enough that you alienated the dad out of her life. So I mean, what's really going on, y'all? Before I go any further into this, what's really going on? Let me catch the chat, y'all. She too calm, crazy work. Why did she storm up the stairs? The mom is so defensive. Yes. Simply, hell yeah, that's crazy. The mom definitely knows what happened. Drop a 1. Drop a 1 if y'all feel like the mom knows what happened. Drop a 2 if you think the mom don't know what happened. I know everybody mourns differently, but dang, these moms, guardians, showing anger over sadness. There you go, Spicy. There you go. Like, no remorse, no tears. And then she had help as far as with KC, the bodyguard. That didn't go well. Maybe both. Didn't her siblings make mention of water to their grandmother? I believe so. She must have had a vendetta against him or something. No, for real, what is going on out here? Foul play. I see you, Royale. So, if anybody is in the Gary, Indiana area, today they will be having a march. And I believe it starts at 5 p.m. Is there anybody that is in the Gary, Indiana area that would like to attend the march? Reach out to KC, the bodyguard. And dad is in the chat, Antonio. That's the dad. Give me a second, y'all. Let me take a break because I'm going to hit dad up on Instagram. I'm going to send dad a message. Give me a break. Give me a minute, y'all. I'm going to go to a break and come right back. Give me a minute. and there is a reward. I believe the reward has went up to 30,000. There is a reward offered for the safe return or whereabouts of missing teen JANIYAH McMichael Rogers. And this is out of Gary, Indiana. Once again, there has been a reward. There is a reward available. So now the feds was called in. The feds was called in to help with this case. There's another video from missing, lost, and trafficking, and it basically talked about what I said as far as the mom. First, she said the grandmother's boyfriend brought the cupcakes up. Then she says that Mom Dukes brought the cupcakes up. So why lie about something as small as that, y'all? I mean, this mother is just all over the place.
Customized Liberty Mutual. Very funny, Limu.
Introducing the second generation Blink Video Doorbell, designed to give you complete peace of mind no matter where.
All right, I see Dad. Dad says, I can give you the details. Can you come up on the panel with me, Dad? If you can, and give the details. You don't have to turn your camera on. It's up to you, Dad. But if you could click on this blue StreamYard link that I dropped and come up and give us some more details. Just click on that blue StreamYard link. So let's tap into this right here. And this is the receipt, because you know it's all about producing receipts. Somebody say, but Shank, how you know that the mom said the grandmother boyfriend brought the cupcakes up there? And then how you know she said that the grandmother brought the cupcakes up there? We gonna get into it right now, y'all. Here's the receipt.
JANIYAH McMichael's mother told Missing, Lost in Traffic during a Facebook live stream several months ago that her mother's boyfriend went to JANIYAH's school on the last day of school to give her cupcakes. She didn't explain, well, why he felt compelled to bring cupcakes to the school, or if there was some sort of last day, end of year school party going on. However, I found it to be alarming that she had a different version of events to tell a popular Chicago activist, Dreadhead Cowboy, regarding who came up to the school to deliver cupcakes. And I just want you to hear what I heard.
I didn't allow them to.
Okay.
The last day of school, I got a phone call saying, hey, Deja has been suspended from school. You need to come pick her up. She got into a fight. The fight was regarding her and another girl on behalf of JANIYAH. JANIYAH and this girl that Deja thought were dating the same boy.
Mm-hmm.
And JANIYAH's not the fighting type. Mm-hmm. So Deja took it into her own hands, and she fought the girl for her sister. Mm-hmm. So she was suspended. When I got up to the school, I informed the school that, hey, I'm going to take JANIYAH as well because I don't feel like it's safe for her to be here. Something might transpire in that time frame.
Right.
So as I'm walking out of the school, my mom's boyfriend pulls up. He's there to bring cupcakes for my girls.
Okay.
Because it's the last day of school. He was on speakerphone with my mom.
The last day of school at Gary, or for was it Gary Charter? What school was it?
It was
Lighthouse. What date was that exactly? The last day of school. 2020.
It was in June, like the beginning of June. I can't remember the exact last date of school, but I mean, if y'all want to Google and get their calendar, you are more than willing.
Okay. Was it before the 10th, June 10th?
It was. It was definitely before June 10th.
Okay.
So he was trying to bring cupcakes, and this is when I found out that they were going behind my back, calling my mom, talking to my mom. My mom's bringing stuff up to the school. She's sending a boyfriend to bring them cupcakes. I told my mom, they're both going. One is suspended, and I'm taking both of them home. No, they cannot have the cupcakes. Take them back. That was the last time I called my mom's boyfriend and talked to my mom.
I got them. I just don't have to send them out. We have plenty of video footage of JANIYAH. After, what did they see? The last day they supposedly saw her, and this is a lie too. My family didn't see her June 10th. The last day my mom seen her was the last day of school on Lighthouse. She snuck up there to try to give them cupcakes, but I had to get called to the school because my daughter got into a fight defending her sister. She was defending JANIYAH, and just so happened, same time, God works how he works. Me and my mom, she wasn't able to see them due to the SAing being done under her supervision, and us not talking. So yes, they didn't see her. She snuck up there to take cupcakes. She got caught in the mist. Didn't talk to her after that. Didn't see her June 10th. None of my family did, but there is video footage from days after June 10th, months after June 10th, of her being at a birthday party, of people who've seen her, neighbors, so the FBI has all of that, but the public doesn't.
Okay.
So
you willing to talk to your mom?
Yeah, that's my mother.
Yeah, I know that. I know how that shall be. That's why I let it be known on social media. You willing to take a lie detector test? I wonder what they'll say if you pass it this time. Is they gonna let it be known that you passed it?
Oh, of course.
This mom right here, you can't make this ish up, y'all. You can't. You cannot make it up with this mom. So I'm assuming that she took the lie detector test. She failed the lie detector test. One, wait a minute. Now, why she paused when he asked that? You feel me, TT? I think we on the same page, TT.
What they gonna say,
The FBI even said that the only way anybody would know that I didn't pass my lie detector test if I put it out there, because they can't do that because it's not a misdemeanor.
It's not a public record.
Exactly. So it was said in court for my other kids that I didn't pass it, and the judge at that court hearing even said, okay, that you can't use that in court. So you have to come with something better. So my mom and Antonio, they took that and they ran with it to tell the public. So that's how that, got out there. And I don't care. I'm not hiding anything, and I haven't been hiding.
So if you was to pass it this time, they'll say that you good.
No, if I pass, when I pass it, when they give it to me again, they will say that I probably Googled on.
Hey, look, dude, you seen this girl right here, JANIYAH? You know what I'm saying?
Knowing them, knowing KC, knowing it'll be said that some way, somehow I rigged it.
Nobody has any trust in you at all. But as y'all could hear her say, remember early in the video, she said that her mother boyfriend took the cupcakes up there. Then later on, she said that her mom took the cupcakes up there. What is wrong with this lady? Salute, Levique. Yes, she knows something of not everything. You could tell she too damn nonchalant and too at ease, like ain't nothing going on. The F, this is crazy. And I've seen these kind of females all my life. I've dealt with these kind of females all my life. Didn't one of the other kids say the mom and girlfriend did something with JANIYAH? I do believe that. But dad is in the chat. Levique, why you didn't pass it the first time, lady? It's just like, you can't make this up. You really can't make it up. Exactly. Normally, when someone changes their story like that, means they're trying to cover something up. Then she said the grandma seen them. Then she said she, in fact, did not see them. She's all over the place. Now, for everybody that been around me long enough, y'all know that this is the definition of a funky ass hoe. And it is what it is. I've dealt with funky ass hoes like this. And I still deal with funky ass hoes like this. Think they shit don't stink. Always up to no good. Only care about themselves. And this is the vibe. This is the vibe that this funky ass hoe gives me. She only cares about herself. She should have been locked up. What's the change up for case closed? There's a reason you didn't pass the test, because you're guilty as F. I mean, come on. Why isn't she locked up? But I know that, well, I don't know exactly what was asked in the lie detector test, so let me backtrack as far as her being, why she's not locked up. But she knows what happened. She knows exactly what happened to JANIYAH. She's speaking too calmly for me. Yes, Paulette, exactly. She knows where my daughter is. Damn, man, this. How is it these families are unaliving and sending kids away, but still walking free? No one locked up. Doesn't she have police relatives as well? And see, this is why I say it all starts with us. It starts at home. It starts with us. And until we, as the elders, because we are the elders now, don't let nobody convince you that we follow the elders. The elders are dead and gone. The elders done their job. It's up to us to do our job as elders. We gotta stop this. We gotta get back into the community. We got to, when there's black on black crime in the community, we got to do the same thing we would do if a white police officer killed one of us. If a white person killed one of us. If an Asian killed one of us. We got to have that same energy. That's the only way things gonna change. That's the only way things are going to change. Just look at what's going on under our watch. I can go back to a time this mom, somebody would have beat the shit out of this mom. Seriously. Somebody would have ran up on this mom and beat the shit out of this mom. This mom would have knew. See, that's, in my opinion, that's the problem. There's no repercussions. You know, people today get away with just doing anything to kids. Y'all know that was negative. And it should be negative today. I'm just calling a spade a spade. I mean, come on, y'all. Now, dad would have to, go deeper into it, but in my opinion, I think there's jealousy. I think mom was jealous of JANIYAH. I really do. And I don't know the situation with the mom and her other children. I don't know. But usually, not all the time, but usually mothers are jealous of their daughters. First, that daughter might look exactly like the father, my child mother, because my daughter looked just like me. And so she can't stand my daughter. And she tells my daughter, I can't stand you. I hate your guts. You look just like your father. You know? Then other cases, the daughter is prettier than the mother. Some cases, the mother was wasn't worth nothing. The mother failed in life, and then that daughter that she's jealous of, that daughter is successful. It's all kind of reasons why mothers are jealous of their daughters, but it's real and it's been around for ages. It has always been a problem with mothers being jealous of their daughters. Now, when it comes to their sons can be the neighborhood stick-up boy. Their sons can be Poo-Poo and Ray-Ray in them. Their sons can sell all the dope in the neighborhood. But their moms love the hell out of their sons. Do you know where JANIYAH McMichael Rogers are? And if there are any content creators that's watching this, can you pick up this case, even if it's nothing but 30 minutes a day, an hour a day? But can we get more content creators to talk about JANIYAH McMichael Rogers? Once again, this is an open panel discussion. If you would like to join me on the panel, just click on the blue StreamYard link. We don't know who's watching us. We don't know if JANIYAH McMichael Rogers is watching this right now. We don't know if who's ever responsible for her disappearance is watching this. They might have a change of heart. If you are holding JANIYAH McMichael Rogers against her own will, just let her go. Just let her go. And let her come back home safe. Now, see, in situations like this, little girls, they will run away. They will run away. And I know little girls are run away even when they are treated good at home. There's cases where little girls run away because they couldn't get their way. Now, maybe that's what happened. I don't know. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe she couldn't get her way and she ran away. I don't think that that's how that happened, but I could be wrong. Exactly. They see you doing better than what they were doing. That's crazy, Shank. I want my kids to be better than me. I expect them to. How can you harm a part of you that you brought into this world? Shank in chat. Salute, Sheeta. Exactly. Let boys sell drugs out the house. Yeah, the boy can cause all kind of havoc. Sure. But not her daughter. Not her daughter. I do salute Wooder though, cause he do the damn thing with his kids. I be watching in Facebook and he crazy about his kids. G, keep your babies even closer from this day forward. They may think it's strict, but they will appreciate you later on in life. Yeah, yeah. As long as we as parents do our best. And you do have to lay the law down. Salute, Angel. You do have to lay the law down. But in this case, see, I always listen to what the parents say. In this case, this mom, definitely TT, and thanks for your support. In this case with this mom, when the mom said that if she's pregnant, I'm gonna kick that baby out. No, that's not what you do as a mom. You talk to your daughter, you talk to your child, you give them, as what we was when we was growing up. Remember the bees and what was it, y'all? The ants and bees, the butterflies and bees conversation. The birds and the bees. My bad, y'all. My bad. But y'all remember the birds and the bees. And that was really putting us up on game. So as a mother, if your 13-year-old daughter is out there, and if she is, having sex, then you pull her up and you say, I need to have a talk with you. And I have to let you know that if you're out here sleeping, if you're out here with these boys and everything, you're going to get a reputation that's not going to be a good reputation for you. And I don't want you to go through life with that reputation. And not only that, I just don't want you to just throw your life away like that with being, in these sexual encounters with these boys. Talk to your daughter. Talk to your daughter. And even if you wasn't wild when you was young, that's still your daughter. And you being the mother, because they say the mother is a child's first teacher. Not the father, not the kindergarten teacher, not God. The mother. The mother is the child's first teacher. So you got to teach your daughter. You got to educate your daughter. You got to put your daughter up on game. You got to be there for your daughter. Do your best. I got a special guest. Special guest. Just turn your camera on for a second so I can see your face just to see. I think this is my TikTok friend. Special guest, just turn your camera on for 1 second and then turn it back off. Okay. You can unmute your mic now.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. God is good.
Yes, glad to have you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so very much for taking this case. Thank you so much.
And let me just give you your flowers for doing an excellent job with helping out and raising awareness. I just want to give you your flowers.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I mean, I don't think I deserve the flowers. I'm just, spreading awareness. I think that, me coming into this, I followed Casey, the bodyguard, and Missing Lost in Traffic, whose videos you're showing. And I just followed them and followed them. I shadowed them just on my own. So that's who, I'll give all the flowers to is KC, because, he's been on the grounds, he's been boots on the ground from the very beginning, right? And he's done an awesome, awesome job. I just followed their lead, I just followed their lead. And with them, I just continue to follow their videos, listen to the interviews of what was, really happening in this case. And so I just continued to follow them. And then I started, if you watch my TikTok or my, my Facebook, I started, I just went out on a limb, with the grandmother. I know she loved her grandchild, you know what I'm saying? But I just went out I went out on a limb last week, and Pebbles from Missing Lost in Traffic. And please, everyone, go follow her. Please go follow Kevin Collins or KC, the Bodyguard Chicago. They have all the content on their channels. And I just went out on the limb. You see what I'm saying? What I'll say is that the mother has never showed any emotions. The mother never wanted to work with KC. The father's family, the Rogers family, hired KC. KC went in there and did a job.
Yes,
He
he
walked
did.
him down. He slow walked him. He slow walked him. He slow walked him. As an investigator, does. He slow walked him. And once he got to the part to where he had to then ask them the questions, and they got very upset. KC has receipts on all of that. All of that. He has everything you need on all of that. KC, so they started bashing him, bashing KC. The grandmother still was going on, missing. She never liked KC because she from the streets, and she knew what KC was about to do. Her daughter didn't, Kiera didn't, but KC, she didn't like KC from the very beginning. She told her daughter to get rid of him. You see what I'm saying? So KC, I'm gonna let KC give you everything you need. I'm not gonna give you too much. You'll see certain things on my platform. I went live, I haven't put out those lives because I want KC to be able. The father it's called parental alienation. Once he got the blood test, he was never allowed to see his child. He had to sneak. The best friend who was sneaking, keeping the baby so that the father could see her, came on my live stream and told me the stories of how she would sneak to allow him to see his baby. He's been paying child support from the time he found out she was 99.9999 sent his. She has his entire face.
Yes,
you understand?
Yes.
This man and he's still paying child support. He came to my platform and he put up his child support payments. First of all, he went to Rel B's platform and he showed he had a whole live with her where he sat down and he was so genuine. He even said, if I messed up as a father, I'm sorry. But how can you mess up as a father and you were not allowed to see your child? He's gone to jail behind trying to see his child. And this is what people don't know. So when I tell people, if you're going to study this case, if you're going to present this case, you got to know the facts. You have to. And you're playing facts on your platform. You can't go and say, oh, I feel so sorry. I'm this, I'm that. You got to know. You got to be able to spit it. You got to be able to spit it. Bam, 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 bam. I can't spit everything, but I'm going to tell you who can. Her father, KC, Pebbles, because they've been covering this. I just came in thinking like, what in the world? I came to TikTok thinking I was coming on for JANIYAH, and they were talking about Naziah. So I'm jumping on that. Why? Because I'm an SA survivor. That's what my platform's for. But when I tell you that this father, no father in the world deserves this, but we cannot put ourselves in his shoes and what he's feeling. Because right now, it's been a year since this baby been missing. The mother called at 7:24 in the morning. Called her mother and said, I know you got JANIYAH. Y'all going to jail. The mother, her mother, who she went and did time with on RICO charges, both of them, 2015, look them up. Jasmine Ann Marie. Jasmine Ann McMichael. The mother's name is Dahlia James. They both did time in 2025. Go look them up, y'all. It's all public knowledge on a RICO charge. The brother's still in prison. She gave this baby.
You went out. You went
okay.
out.
So they both did
Yeah,
time.
can you just backtrack?
Oh, okay, so what part did you hear last?
Just backtrack to they both doing time, their names, the case numbers.
Okay, I'm gonna give you the names. Jasmine Ann, without an E, McMichael. The mother's name is Dahlia James. They both went and did time on RICO charges for tampering with evidence, messing with what are they called? I'm trying to think. When you're going to testify, they dang near,
Witness
tampering.
Tampering
Right.
with witness.
Right. So they both went and did 2 years. So at the time, JANIYAH was born in 2011, right? 2011. 2015, she would have been what, 4? So the father of the other 6 kids, because she had 7 kids. JANIYAH is the oldest. She had a child months after JANIYAH. About a year after, almost a year after JANIYAH, she got pregnant by a man named Darnell Compton. She got 6 kids by. So y'all follow me. Darnell Compton is the father of the other 6 children. So I'm gonna back up, because when she was on that live and we were talking about her being a mother, she has 7 children, but in 2015 she had 3. Wuda, and that's what Antonio goes by, Wuda Rasta, was still paying child support. He couldn't find his baby. They was hiding his baby from him. We thought the sister had the baby. So I had to go on my platform and tell everybody, listen, I was wrong. Guess who had the baby? Darnell Compton, the other children's father. And nobody ever let this man know, hey, we got your daughter. They continue to spend his child support and not allow him to see this baby once again. She was 4 when her mother went to prison. So it's so many layers to this. It's so many layers to the story. She's been essayed by Deshaun Bailey. There was a great kit done when the father was incarcerated. When she went missing, right before she went missing, they called and told him, hey, we want to let you know that your daughter was great, but the person who did it is no longer in the home. It was the sister, Unique James, baby's father, Deshaun Bailey, who essayed her and another sibling. They said we took it so he wouldn't get the babies, meaning the other children. That's my story, right? So what I'm trying to tell y'all is this. These babies were essayed. JANIYAH was essayed by several people. There's an alleged, and I have to say alleged because it hasn't been no arrest. Now, Deshaun Bailey, yes, you can pull that up. There was a great kit done. They never pursued the charges. She was allegedly essayed by a 62-year-old who was now 63-year-old, Nathaniel Walker. She was essayed by the mother's girlfriend, Kiera Bates, who was Nathaniel Walker's stepdaughter. So imagine what this baby was going through. And they're sitting here saying this baby was hot in her pants. It's all video. There's text messages. The names I sent you are all the family members. You go and look on their Facebooks, but there's already been screenshots, and Pebbles has them on her page. Missing, lost, and trafficked. All this is public knowledge. That's why I tell people, when y'all talk about this story, it's out there. All the evidence is out there for y'all to go and see. The text messages, you can go on my page. I got a couple on mine. But today is the day that she went missing and ain't nobody seen her. And let me give your viewers a nugget. And this is why I'm going hard on the grandmother. We know the mother and the girlfriend had everything to do with it. We got a cousin, before I give y'all this nugget, we got a cousin, her name is July Castillo. Pull her up on Facebook. July Castillo. Just say Castillo.
Hold up. You said July, right?
July. Her name is July Castillo.
Spell it. Is it True Lie or July?
July, like the month, just like the month.
Okay.
Castillo. 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 She was going hard with the mother, looking for this baby. She even put out, tell how y'all beat her the F up when she got home. Tell this, the day listen, before she went missing, they beat the baby up. It's in text messages. So why haven't anybody went and questioned her? Why is there no arrest? There's no arrest. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. They're texting. You think that Gary ain't watching all this? Now the feds is involved. Jarvis Bus they got Jarvis Bus for less. For less. The USPA put up 10,000. Gary put up 10,000. The FBI put up 10,000, but we don't got no arrest. That's why it's so very important. And I'm thankful that Baby Pretty reached out to you. I never heard of you. I never knew who you was.
She's up here now.
I never knew who you were.
Let me.
I am up here.
Give me 1 minute, y'all. Appreciate the super sticker, Rel. Appreciate the super chat. I don't know how to work YouTube. Hello, chat. Appreciate your support. Finish cooking, Survive, and then I'm gonna let Baby Pretty come in. Finish cooking for me.
Okay, so when I say so I told you about the time. So what I'm saying is that the baby was essayed. Okay, we're talking about July Castillo. That's a cousin.
I'm on her page.
Right. Now. Who's been riding with the mother, and they're like, oh, you did this, you did that, and then it stopped. So I'm saying, how y'all gonna be going so hard and then y'all stop with everything, right? But they're all family. They're all the McMichaels, the Castillos, the James, they're all blood relative, nieces, first cousins, sisters. You see what I'm saying? So nobody's really talking, but they get a chance to go to court because, see, Antonio, being the father that he is, I'm going to say it because I know it. He can't talk too much about the court. He just went to court. So the mother was trying to get her kids back because they took the kids off the mother, right? The mother went to court. Antonio was one of the people, along with the Compton family, in court fighting so that she did not get custody of these children. He did. He got up there. He ain't got his own baby, but he fought for the other children. So what I found out, because people are coming on my platform, is that the children are safe. And what that told me was they're no longer with Dahlia. So do I think some things are about to happen? Absolutely. Because now they have the oldest girl who was getting essayed along with JANIYAH. So I'm praying that they are talking to this oldest child because she was with the grandmother. She was with the grandmother. Now they're not with the James, or that entire, the mother side of the family. Because one thing about the mother, she's acting as if she don't have the daughters back. But if you listen to that video you just played with Dreadhead Cowboy, she was like, oh yeah, that's my mom. Like they cool. So you got to really be able to really listen and read what's really going on. You see what I'm saying? You got to, this case is so layered that if you're going to follow, you got to follow this case. It's sometimes it's so stressful to follow because you're one place and then you go another place. But imagine Antonio, the father. He's the voice of JANIYAH. I'm sorry. He's the voice of JANIYAH. KC is the voice. When I didn't see them come up here, I said, let me come up here because they might not know how to work StreamYard. I barely knew how to work it, but I figured it out. You see what I'm saying? I was like, oh, I got to be on video. I got to be on video. I was like, no, I don't want to be on video. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's a lot to this case. And can't nobody tell it like her father. See, he's the first one to tell it. You got KC. Then you got Missing, Lost in Traffic. Those are the platforms that I went on, the 3 platforms to follow this story. The father, KC, and Missing, Lost in Traffic. So when people talk about this story, I say, please, if y'all gonna talk about it, make sure y'all know what y'all talking about. Because you can't come up here and give allegations that's not true. Everything's online. You just played a video that's online. It's all online. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people's been touched by this. I told you yesterday, hey, I was upset with TikTok. I was upset with so many people because nobody was covering this baby story. We need her story to go viral. We need an arrest. There was a petition. We couldn't even get 1,000 signatures for this baby. Change.org for Gary Police to come out and talk about this case. So if you feel my frustration, it's because nobody's covering it. Nobody's covering it. And all I say is on my platform, if you come up here, please have good intentions for this baby. That's all I want is pure intentions. Pure intentions. I'm 5 survived 8, which you see on Facebook right there. But I'm 5 spelled out, survive spelled _5, survived _8 spelled out. Because I had my whole government, I didn't know about TikTok. I just came on and then I found out about Naziah. So yeah, I definitely jumped on that because we all, I am both of them. Anybody that's been essaying and been in these situations, I'm able to tell my story. These babies, Naziah can't tell her story. JANIYAH, we're trying to find. So yes, this is near and dear to my heart. All I say is good intentions. That's all. Come and tell this baby story. It's all on the internet for us to follow. Videos like you just played. And once you listen to them, you're going to always catch some. That's all. The father going to come up here and he going to tell you exactly. He ain't no shame in his game, and I hope he can come up here. I hope he figured out how to come up here. But ain't no shame in Antonio's game. He going to tell you exactly what it is. He stands unapologetically 10 toes for his baby because he is the voice. And then you got KC. And they become family over this. They're like brothers. And they walking together. So yeah, it's a lot with this case. It's layers, and you just got to peel them. It's so many layers to peel off. And then you got him going to court, him getting mocked. He can be at a store, and they'll see him, Kiera Bates, the girlfriend, and her, and they just mock this dude. They just pick. How is this allowed? How is this possible? That your daughter's missing, but you can dig at the daddy? She got his entire face. She got his entire face. All his kids look just like him. This is unreal. And there's no arrest. There's no arrest. It's a whole lot more I can say, but I'll let you go ahead and take the floor. I don't want to say too much more. I'll let you take the floor on, you know.
I look, because I don't know nowhere near what you know. And it's important. It's important because, like you said, the correct information. And that's what my platform is all about. It's an opinionated platform, but I always tell my guests, let's do our best to stick to the facts. You got most of the facts. You got way more facts than I got. So you take as much time as you need to get these facts out. I'm doing my homework and I'm backtracking and I'll, catch up. But you take as much time as you need. What
right.
do you?
I'll give y'all another nugget. And so if y'all go on my page, I'm going off because I feel as though the grandmother, when y'all start playing her interviews, when y'all start playing that grandmother interviews, y'all gonna be like, oh no. I couldn't get down with the grandma. And I have empathy and sympathy for everybody. But when I seen this grandmother, I was like, no way. And the more she talked, and I just went out on a limb on just, just my thoughts, my discernment. And missing, lost in traffic caught her up. And that's the receipts you see when I'm playing Law and Order. Bam, bam. But I had already put it out, and missing, lost in traffic was like, well, I don't think that the grandma would do that. I said, listen, when it comes to a grandmother, they'll do anything to protect their child. The grandma was part of the reason why Wuda couldn't see his child. She was part of the reason. Now she want to be Antonio on live. You can go and watch the live interviews. Antonio, okay, we can do this. Oh yeah, I'm with you, Antonio. I'm with you. And you're the main reason why you're one of the reasons why he was never allowed to see his child. Now, I'm going to go ahead and let the voice for his JANIYAH McMichael Rogers tell his story. I'm going to go ahead because Wuda up here. Let's go, bro.
How you doing? Wuda. How you doing, brother? Glad to have you up here, brother. How you doing? Unmute your mic, Wuda. Unmute your mic, Wuda, if you could. There you go.
She's gonna be right with you. You know what? I got you. I'll take it right now.
And then the less that I talk is best because I'm so pissed. I'm gonna start calling a bunch of funky ass. I'm pissed. So it's just best for me to remain silent.
I hear you. I see it. It's a lot. It's a lot. And it's a lot more.
And like I said, I'm not going to say all dads because it is some deadbeat dads out there. But what about the millions of Antonios? What about the million of Wudas out here? And it's a lot. It's a lot.
It is. You're right.
That get cheated out of their child's life because of sorry, funky ass mothers, bitter baby mothers. And it's sad.
It's real sad.
And he's at work You can see he's at work.
He at work trying to provide for his children and still paying child support. He's still paying child support. She gets a check every Wednesday.
I'm sorry about that, y'all.
No, you good, brother. I wasn't aware that you was at work. I know you
Yeah.
got to get back to the grind. Just
Well, I'm the manager. I have my other assistant manager here, so she can hold down the store while I talk to y'all for a minute.
okay.
But pretty much everything Fast Survive says, she know the ins and outs. She ain't lied about nothing. I'm definitely still paying child support to this day. As everybody can see, I'm a working man. You know what I mean? So they definitely still take it from my daughter. Today we have a march at 5 p.m. So a little bit shortly after I get off, I will be there and present and in the flesh. Um, Standing on business behind my daughter. I do want to let the public know that these are not just allegations. I was literally called by CPS when my daughter had a rape kit done on her, and they told me the reason why the fella wasn't arrested. And my daughter's mom had a major role to play in that, you know. So um, these are not just hearsay things. These are actual events that's occurred. I was looking in abandoned house right across the street from where my daughter was living. And when I came out of the residence, Kiera and Jazz was asking me, was I looking for my daughter good enough? So it's like, how can y'all sit here and taunt me, you know, looking for my child, and this is supposed to be your child too, but you're not even putting no shoes on, no clothes on to come across the street to help me, nothing. But you can shut outside the screen door, am I looking good enough? That just gave me a guilty conscience. Like, you know exactly where my baby at. You know exactly what you did with her. So what we plan to hide and go seek game with my child? Like, what are we really doing? I'm gonna let Fast Survive take the flow real quick. I'm gonna deal with one of these customers real quick, but I'm right here. I'm right here.
Okay. Okay. Appreciate you, brother. And I'm just trying to get my thoughts together, man, because I don't want to get the cussing and take away from, the demonstrations. So y'all, if y'all could just bear with me, man, because this shit right here.
Listen, man. This ain't for the weak, man. This not for the weak. This not for the weak. You hear what I'm saying? Like, I was incarcerated when this stuff was going down. You know, I called home. My mama tell me, "Your baby missing." I said, "Man, y'all better find it before I come home." Simple as that. Find my baby before I come home. Now I'm here. I've been giving a deadline to these people. Y'all got to today. It makes a year today. I gave them a year to give me some type of answer on my daughter. Hey, at 5 o'clock, that march gonna be here. You hear me? That's all I can say.
And so you're still paying child support.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. She'll be getting
Is
paid.
is
She'll be getting paid tomorrow.
what's the relationship like with the grandmother?
Give me 1 second. You say you don't know what's wrong with the pump?
Mm.
Yeah, you might. It might have had a locking pin on the. It did. Okay. So now select your grade. I did. Okay. Well, you just hung it back up. So now you're gonna have to start over the process all over again because you just hung the pump up. It's okay. So put your information in, select your grade, and then just make sure that this lock pin on the pump is not pushed out. It's still not in there because nope. It says wait a minute. Wait a moment. Let me go inside and check my computer and see if I can just clear it out. We might have to do the transaction in there. Give me 1 second.
Take your time, brother. Take your time.
So you all see that this is a working man. He has other children. She's the one who made him a father, and that's his favorite word. JANIYAH made me a father. He was with Jasmine for 8 years. 8 years. So he's been around this family for a very long time. You know, prior to them getting, you know how, when we're in relationships, hell, I was in the same, in a relationships, and you go through things, you know what I mean? She was with another dude, you know what I'm saying? So they were going a separate way, you know what I mean? So I didn't know a lot about that, but when the friend of both of them came up, she was able to give me a story of how things went down. And she basically just, I was like, wow. And she felt like he got a raw deal because he asked her for a blood test. And when he asked her for the blood test, gloves came off. He asked her for the blood test. Would have asked her for the blood test. And that's when the gloves came off. And she had already been dealing with this young man, Darnell Compton.
Yep. He was the one that cut my baby umbilical cord. Jasmine called me up to the hospital, told me my baby was being delivered. And when I got there, she told me the room number, everything. When I got there, she had security escort me right back down to the main lobby because she said that her father was already there, which was Darnell Compton. And yeah, I got escorted away from the hospital. And then that's when I told her, all right, I want a DNA test. A few months later, we go through child support. 99.99% miles I've been paying ever since. Cheated out of her life. Won't allow me to see her, being a holiday, birthday, nothing.
When he went to court, after the blood test came back, his mother said, go over there and hold your baby. Darnell Compton had the baby. He went to, grab his baby to just look at her in her eyes. This nigga pushed his hand away. What? You just heard them say this is this man's baby. And you push his hand away? And then they went into an uproar. Police, everything called. Dahlia, the grandmother who's fighting so hard, who's so pro Antonio now, who goes against her daughter when she wants to, because she knows her daughter has something to do with it. But she also knows that she found out after the fact that her oldest daughter, who works for CPS, Child Protective Services, had JANIYAH at her house the night she went missing. So follow me, y'all, in the chat. The Aunt Dahlia Simone Johnson from Portage, Indiana, works for Child Protective Services. The child was great at the mother's house. The mother didn't press charges, but the state didn't pick it up either. Who was the go-between? CPS, Child Protective Services, right? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? There's a lot of good women out here, but there's a lot of rotten women out there. And every woman on here, I know y'all know a rotten friend or ex-friend or somebody you came across who was always out to get that daddy. Why? Because I want this nigga to pay for cheating. Now we're gonna stand on business today. We know females like that.
Facts.
I done had best friends do it growing up. I done had people I met along my journey. And I'm a 70s baby. So we all know rotten females. Yeah, it be men out here who don't want to be a part of their kids' life. I had one like that. And we keep on pushing and keep on caring for our children. But there's fathers out there who's also single fathers. Or there's fathers out there who also want to be a part of their kids' lives. And the mothers make it hard. Why? Because they bitter. Daddy's the same way because they bitter. So it go both ways. I'm a woman and I've seen it done over and over again. Now this right here, I ain't never seen. But I know women like her and her mother. The apple don't fall far from the tree. Now, what I was about to tell y'all before Wuda got off was the mother didn't know. And I believe she loves her grandchild. Matter of fact, I know she does. I know Dahlia loves her grandchild, but she loves her kids more. Why? Because she got a child who will never step behind bar. He will never see the light of day again. And while she was visiting her son, the man, while her and her baby daughter was visiting her son, these children were being essayed. So yes, her tears are not, I'm trying to find my baby. It's of guilt because it happened in her home. See, if you're a victim of an essay or survivor, y'all know where I'm coming from here. But go ahead, Buddha.
No, I'm just not chiming back in. I had to take a few customers. Go ahead.
So what I'm saying is the grandmother, and we have proof. You go on missing, lost in traffic. You go on my page. You'll see the proof that the grandmother saying, well, because the sister lives in an upscale area in Indiana. She had footage. She got cameras all around her house. But because they said that this baby was a runaway, that took away. The first 48 hours is the most crucial when an Amber Alert wasn't issued, you guys. It took for the Doc Ellis Foundation to come in. What month did the Doc Ellis come in? I ain't got my notes. I ain't in my office. The Doc Ellis Foundation came in, what, in October? September, October. This baby went missing in August. She went missing in August. The grandmother called the Doc Ellis Foundation. They couldn't really do nothing. Guess what? Because the mother wouldn't sign the papers. So, what is the police missing here? She won't even sign a contract for her daughter for an organization who covers all brown and black kids. The mama wouldn't even sign for them to look for. What are we missing here? Why is there no arrest? Gary don't care about black kids, period. But y'all think y'all can put $1,000 up because the daddy won't go away? This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. You got family members going at it. I mean, they all was going at it when this baby first went missing. But now everybody's quiet. Everybody's quiet now. Everybody's quiet. No one's saying anything about this baby. The mom talking about, yeah, we're having a parade, a Mexican parade. Bitch, what? Mexican parade? Where? With ice out. For JANIYAH. Girl, where? I mean, it's possible, but stop playing in people's face. The whole family be on my TikTok. They won't come up. I said, please show y'all's hand. If y'all are not guilty, if y'all ain't got nothing to do with this baby, or if y'all didn't know, come up. Show your hand. I see y'all. I see y'all. We've been clocking them every time they came in. So I went to Facebook just to ask the grandma some questions. I want to play the recording. There's a recording of the grandmother contradicting herself. Basically saying, well, I'm going to try to see if my daughter will play her footman. All I can say is, this is bigger than what we all know. And there's so many layers. I believe there's a lot of politics involved. but we are stronger together. And I spoke with Darnell Compton's family. The family, they know this baby, and her daddy don't even know her. They've been in her life her whole life, and her daddy don't know her. And I appreciate them young ladies, and I love them young ladies for coming on my platform to stand up for their cousin. But I need to talk to Darnell Compton. But I know he under a gag order, because I think he's trying to do the right thing, because Jasmine got mad because he was on one of the marches when he got out of prison. He's just getting out of prison now. And allegedly, he has cancer. I don't know if that's true, so I'm going to say allegedly. But he has his children. So for me, it's hard for Wuda, because they done had to go through this with this family, with this dude. Him and this dude been going at it for years. For years, about his daughter. Every time you see pictures, JANIYAH is laying on this man. Imagine being a father, your mental. Imagine your mental. Imagine your mental. I'm a woman. I got a brother. I got several brothers. But imagine the mental.
And this is, I'm a man, and I've been there and in there. This is why I'm saying, as a man, it's easy, especially if we already on one. We already capable of snapping. We don't want to entertain a bitter baby mother, because we'll snap, and then that'll put us behind bars. And that's why most, not all, because you got some deadbeat dads out here. But I'm telling you, most of us men, we back away just because of that right there. We know, if I entertain my baby mother, she's going to break my peace. And I'm not going to prison for no funky ass hoe. I just, it's touching me, because been there in that same situation now with a bitter baby mother, and it fucks with your head. It really does, because you have those moments when you're like, man, F my peace. But then you just know, man. You know, and I've been keeping my mouth closed, because I don't want to mess up this demonstration by me ranting. But I'm so tired of these funky ass hoes. I'm so tired. This shit, it's man. We can just narrow it down to this woman and that man. We already see who's the solid one. We already see who's not. Why this man gotta go through this? But Shank, stop right there. Answer the question. Why do this man gotta go through that? This shit ain't right. It's not right. Where is JANIYAH? My opinion, Mom Dukes know what happened to her. Mom Dukes know where she is. That's just my opinion. Come on back in, Survive. My head's spinning.
And they were out searching. So on one of the searches, and this young lady, she calls my phone. She got a lot of pictures and videos. Now, she may have been a crackhead, and, she says a lot of things that if you put her on a stand, people's going to be like, man, she sound crazy. But she's not. She just been through it. And we all, I'm not going to say all, a lot of us know some, old fiends that done recovered and they doing great. Well, she one of them. But she just happened to be hit over the head with a hammer. But she been searching high and low for JANIYAH. Her and her niece, who's a school teacher. The whole family. Okay? And Gary. And she Man, to hear her story is just, and guess what? It ain't a story. She got proof. She got receipts. They were out searching with the grandmother, Dahlia. Now she beefing. Now this is when they beefing. She's still beefing with her daughter. So the daughter, Nathaniel Walker and Yolanda Walker, are the parents of the girlfriend, Kiera. Nathaniel Walker is the alleged assayer of JANIYAH. Okay, I have to say alleged because no one's been arrested. They talking about, oh, we was going to Wendy's to get something to eat and da 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 da. Man, y'all know they started pewing at them, at the searchers. You want to know why? Because they was going in the area that they didn't want them to search. So the same area they was trying to go down by the Calumet River. I don't know what street it is, but there's a river. It's called the Calumet River, and there's a farm in that area. Wooda start riding. He gets off of work. He gets his dog, goes in his car, and he searches for JANIYAH every day. Right? Something pulled him to this area. He pulled up. Guess who's sitting out there? The FBI. They stop him. Let me see your ID. He said, man, I'm looking for my daughter's missing. Her name is JANIYAH, Rogers. I'm looking for my daughter. They said, hold up. This is an active investigation. But they wouldn't tell him if it was for his daughter. Mm-hmm. They took his credentials. They ran them. They took him back. And they told him, hey, this is an active investigation. We're investigating over here. You have to leave. But before he left, he was able to get a picture. That's all public knowledge. It's on 5 Survived 8 on Facebook. It's on Missing Lost in Traffic. It's on KC the Bodyguard. Like this, y'all, when I tell y'all it's so many layers. Whew, it's so much information we had by the grace of God, because I have been, trying to get people to follow me. Just everybody who's coming on, just share a picture, spread her name. So we started gaining a little momentum, not a lot, but I'm grateful for what we were attracting, right? George Floyd's uncle, who he came in the room, he couldn't believe it. And I believe he sat and he listened. He said, listen, I got to do something. So he is now meeting with, he's organizing a team. And because of his organization, he has from his nephew, which we all watched with our own eyes, he has his own organization, and he's coming to Gary to help.
That's good.
So all I'm saying is that we need all the help we can get. We just need to put this baby story out, because I feel slighted, and I'm not even in the family. I'm just somebody sharing it. I feel slighted that Naziah's family said, listen, they told TikTok, there's so many missing kids y'all can talk about. And they mentioned this baby's name. Why? Because Toot did something so beautiful with this baby some months ago. But before Toot did that, Roxy and her mother said, listen, y'all, go follow this baby's story. Why? Because it's so similar to Naziah. Nobody would follow the story. We couldn't gain no traction. Yeah, a lot of content creators picked it up and they talked about it. And it was just that one time. I'm just trying to get content. So if there's any content creators, it's all there. Everything's there for you all to cover. You go to Missing Lost in Traffic in KC, man, y'all gonna get all kind of stuff. Now, because I've been digging so deep, I might have a little bit more intel because I talked to Antonio. You know what I'm saying? I talked to KC, but it's all there. I didn't need to talk to nobody to know what the facts were. to know that, because they had put it all out. These fools put it all out on the internet. She was wearing black pajama pants, red and white sneakers, preferably probably Jordans, and a black hoodie. But her mother has 3 to 4 conflicting stories. She just gave y'all one. When y'all just heard that video, she said the baby, we had never heard this one. She said, yeah, she left with 2 bags. How would you know if you were asleep? How would you know because y'all argued and she went in her room? It's just so many stories. Then she said when she woke up and she seen JANIYAH wasn't in her room, both her doors were ajar. Then she said that the neighbor heard, ain't not one neighbor came out and said anything, mind you. She said the neighbor has footage. Someone's camera footage. And you'll hear the alleged assayer, Nathaniel Walker, go crazy. And this is who he told on him without knowing he was telling on him. Because he was so mad at Pebbles, because she kept on saying the essay, the alleged assayer of JANIYAH, 62-year-old Nathaniel Walker. Well, she beat him down. She kept on beating him down. He got on Kevin's live, said, let me tell you about this. He got to call her out her name and all this. And he said, did you know this? Did you know this? Did you know she was at Twyla House the day before? He told. But see, when nobody clocked was, I did, but I didn't know the names. I had heard Twyla. His wife had mentioned Twyla. Because see, they're bragging about being her grandparents, right? He's a truck driver. There's a video I want you to go and look at of him in Casey and his timeline. You're going to be like, I can't believe why is there no arrest? His timeline don't match. He's contradicting himself on the timeline. When he was in Gary, why he came back to Gary to help search for the baby, and why, when they rode the Wendy's, why was there an altercation when the police was called? Because then it was just them driving. Then all of a sudden, here comes Kiera and all these other people, and they're throwing G's. I don't know if we can say the G signs. I'm so used to TikTok. Throwing up G signs. Listen, the lady who they said crazy got pictures. Got pictures of all this. So she's not telling a lie. She's telling the truth. But I believe there's a lot of politics involved as well. That's just my opinion. I just don't understand. We know the family works for Child Protective Services. It's also been said that the alleged girlfriend who helped beat this baby, who had been beating this baby up, has someone who works on the police force. Now, this is something I'll give y'all this last little thing, because I'll let you go on and say what you need to say. There's a string of text messages. You guys go to Missing, Lost, and Traffic on TikTok, on all platforms. Matter of fact, if y'all go hit the search engine and put in Jasmine McMichael's text messages, y'all gonna be floored. 2 months prior to this baby she disappeared from the face of the earth. 2 months prior. Her and Julie. See, I broke Julie's name. July. I'm sorry, I keep on saying Julie because it should be a Julie. July, the cousin. July Castillo was texting. July was trying to tell her what to do with the kids. Where to take them. What to do. I'm not a journalist. I'm a snitch. Because I'm going to tell the truth when it comes to this missing baby. I'm a snitch today. Now, I wouldn't have said that 25, 30 years ago, but today, I'm a snitch.
I'm a snitch with you. I'm a snitch with you.
I'm a snitch. Pebbles didn't want to say her name, but I'm going to say it. July Castillo was the one who you can't see the name. It's the cousin. Let's keep in mind, Twyla is Jasmine's sister who works for Child Protective Services. So yeah, this is, it's something. This is deep. It's deep. And she says in the text messages that I don't want her to know, meaning the girlfriend, that they had apparently been bickering. She didn't want Kiara to know where the kids was going. She wanted to unalive herself. They're there. Everybody, if you got a screen, you can go look, go read them. See, this is all public information. All public information.
5 survived. Let me bring baby pretty on. First, let me
Yes.
acknowledge the support. Wait a minute. Appreciate this super chat, Tanya J. Tanya J says, thank you, Shank, for the baby story. Salute. Appreciate this super chat, Rally. Rally says, shout out to Shank Rock. You're an awesome creator, and I'm glad God put you here with this group. Much respect. Shout out to KC, Wooder, Pebbles, 5 Survive, Ellis Foundation, the Uncle Movement, and everyone. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a few minutes to slide in, baby pretty, and then I'm gonna end this, and then I'm gonna do some more research because I'm gonna follow up these leads you gave me. 5 Survive. I'm hoping that I could bring some of these monsters over here to this platform because I want to chop it up with them. I want to talk with them. But baby pretty, come on in for a fruit, and then we're gonna slide out of here.
Hey, how you doing?
All right.
I was just listening to what she was saying. Everything that she, put out is true. I seen the videos. I seen all of it. The mama talking. I seen every last one of them. And for talking about Janiyah, and I'ma still talk and get justice for this little girl, and I'ma still talk about the situation, no matter what it is and what time it is. So, we just need to get justice for this baby. And I'm gonna always be there for the dad, no matter what the situation is. You know what I mean? So I'm tired of people saying that I'm doing, not here for this child, or it's just too much going on. It's just way too much going on. And we need to do the best that we need to do in this situation. And especially I'm gonna go look on the videos and go back to watch with how the mama was talking to that lady. So I'm gonna have to, check it out.
Let me ask both of y'all. Are things cool with y'all two? You and 5 Survivors, is everything cool?
Hey,
What
listen,
she what
you know
she
what?
did, what
I
she
don't
did.
I don't have a problem with anyone. I think you seen that from TikTok for your, with your own eyes. Anybody coming on my platform, I want everybody to come on with good intentions. And I'm the type of person that I will love you no matter what, but you got to come on my platform with good intentions. And the only problem I had was because she didn't want to give me your YouTube or the followers because they were asking. Now, you were on the live with me. I was talking to her, well. Now, granted, I didn't want to call her out on my platform because that's just not what I do. You see what I'm saying? I made a PSA about, hey, we got to watch what we're doing because I had peeped some things 2 days, you know, prior, or a day prior. I don't know how it was, but it's cool. I ain't got no problems. God bless baby pretty. I'm not up here. Listen, I am grown in real life, And I've given you a lot of advice. Even when people came on my platform to bash you, I blocked them. Okay. And you know this to be true. But what I'll say to you is continue fighting for Janiyah, any missing child. Continue your platform like I told you when them girls came up there to bash you. I know you're upset how things went down last night, but I stand 10 toes down, see, because There's nothing for me to have to get on any platform and lie about. I said what I said to you last night. You were, and I'm not going to repeat that for his viewers because I'm not even trying to put you out there like that. So I'm not going to have a back and forth with you about your behavior on my platform. It was very nice what you did, but your intentions were not genuine when it came to this baby's case. And that's all I called out last night. And that's okay. And that's okay. So continue to share this baby's name. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And baby pretty, you already got a name on TikTok. And I still had grace for you. I let you come on my platform. You said you want to cover this baby story. I told you where to go. I told you where to look. And when you came back 2 days ago, I said, baby, have you watched any recordings? You said, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Now, before you answer, before you answer, I already have the receipts because I have my videos. You told me, no, ma'am, I hadn't done no research. Now, I'm sure you've done some now, and that's great. But your intentions have to be for JANIYAH McMichael Rogers. That's it. That's it. That's it. And all this crying a river like you've been doing since I came on, and I didn't know what TikTok was, and the younger kids showed me my way around, and I just watched and listened. I never jumped in and said, when everybody was dragging you for all the stuff you was doing on TikTok, I never said a word. I let you on my platform. I gave you some grace. Why? Because I believe you deserve the grace. No matter what everybody's beef was with you, I didn't entertain that. You wanted to talk about JANIYAH. So anybody that wants to talk about JANIYAH can talk about JANIYAH. So don't come up here tell no lies, because then I'll come and I'll have to send him my videos.
I don't have to lie about nothing.
And then you'll have TikTok, YouTube clocking your tea. And I don't want that for you, because I want you to be a successful on TikTok. I want you to be successful on YouTube, any platform you go on, because in real life, I love you, baby. Because see, I'm old enough to be your mother. In real life. In real life.
Let me let her respond, Fire Survive. Baby pretty, just keep it classy, okay? You can address what she said. Just keep it classy.
Anything that you just said is just way worse than you trying to make it seem like I'm not talking about JANIYAH. I ain't even, when you told me when you was on your live on TikTok, you specifically said, baby pretty, I know you was talking about Desire Harris case. Can you please talk about JANIYAH? And I said, yes, ma'am, I will.
You did. You did.
Hold on, let me finish. Don't sit here on YouTube in front of a lot of people on here and try to bash me like that. And when you talking about, oh, I'm so sorry what happened last night, you didn't even apologize for what you did. As the bigger person in the situation, as me, baby pretty, I'm gonna stand on my hand and I'm gonna say, you know what? I apologize for my actions because I meant what I said. But don't make it baby pretty is just a bad person on social media or on his YouTube. Because I've been watching him ever since then of Desire Harris case. And I'm sorry that I didn't tell you about his YouTube. But I told everybody that. And I told about Miss Parker. But she don't have nothing to do with this situation.
Don't bring Miss Parker in this. Don't do it. Don't bring Miss Parker in this. Don't do it. Don't do it, baby. Please don't do it.
But don't make it seem like I'm just a bad person, because I'm not. I'm not.
Well, you know what? I'll say you are not a bad person in Jesus' name. You are not a bad person. But how you moved and how you want sympathy is can't do this. We standing on JANIYAH. Let's stand on JANIYAH then. Let's stand on JANIYAH.
Because I've been through this.
So let me just slide in, ladies.
I've been through
ladies, let me just slide in. I'll come back. We can come back later on, and then we can clear the air. Okay. I do appreciate y'all for pulling up. Like I said, when I do the demonstration later on, you ladies can come back up, and y'all could hopefully get to a solution in the end game. Any last words before you get out of here, 5 Survive?
Justice always for JANIYAH McMichael Rogers from Gary, Indiana. It's a year today. They're having a march at 5 o'clock in Gary. And baby pretty, God bless you. I don't have anything else to say, Shank, about this. I'm gonna leave it right here with baby pretty. I really don't have nothing else to say. I'm grown in real life. I do this in real life. I'm an advocate in real life. In real life, this is what I've done for many years. So God bless everybody who has come into this room to watch you. I just heard about you. I'm glad I found your channel. I've subscribed. I'll be watching you. I'll be definitely pushing you out on my page. And, you know, God bless everybody. Please share JANIYAH's picture. Please share her picture. You know, whatever y'all can share, please go watch the videos. Missing Lost in Traffic, KC the Bodyguard. If y'all and just listen, y'all gonna be floored. That's all I'm telling you. It's all public knowledge for everybody to go and watch. It's all public knowledge. God bless everybody, and I love us in real life. I love us for real. You too, baby pretty.
And can I get my moderators to drop 5 Survive's link? And can I get everybody to subscribe to 5 Survive? Subscribe to it on YouTube as well as TikTok. Any last words, baby pretty, before we get out of here?
No. I'll see you later on today.
All right, thank you. And make sure everybody subscribes to Baby Pretty. Moderators, if y'all could drop Baby Pretty's link as well. We want to show love all the way around the board. I want to thank JANIYAH's father for coming up and blessing us on the panel. And just keep your head up and just know me and the Rock Squad is definitely in this fight. Definitely got to thank 5 Survive 8 because she gave us a mouthful. You know, she gave us that good home cooked food. And I want to shout out Baby Pretty for joining the panel as well. If it's any content creators out there that's watching this, if you could just cover the JANIYAH McMichael Rogers case for 30 minutes, that would help. If you could cover it for an hour, that would help. And for the subscribers, y'all are content creators as well. If y'all got Facebook pages, y'all could talk about JANIYAH McMichael Rogers. Y'all could go live on y'all Facebook page and talk about it. If you got Instagram, even YouTube, y'all could strike up a live and talk about JANIYAH McMichael Rogers. Shout out to Toot Uncensored. Shout out to KC, the Bodyguard. Shout out to everybody that's helping raise awareness for JANIYAH McMichael Rogers. And shout out to everybody that's helping raising awareness for all missing children. Salute everybody. And also, moderators, if y'all could drop my daughter, Queen Ime. And if I could get everybody to subscribe to my daughter, Queen Ime, she's an up-and-coming content creator as well. And she's going to start covering these cases also. So moderators, if y'all could drop my daughter, Queen Ime, link in the chat and get everybody to subscribe. Remember, y'all, we got to do better because today we're talking about JANIYAH McMichael Rogers. Today we're fighting for justice to help the dad, Wuda Antonio, to get justice for his daughter and bring his daughter home safely. Tomorrow, we might be talking about any one of y'all loved ones. So we definitely want to support each other. And as I said before, we are the elders. We are the God. We are everything that we reach out to for help. We are the president. We are the police. Remember that. We got to get out of the mind frame of expecting others to save us. We got to get out of the mind frame of expecting others to make our communities better. We got to get out of the mind frame of expecting others to make our household better. As men and women, we got a job to do, and that's protect the children. I'll leave the chat running. Salute everybody, and I'll see y'all later. And if you're in the Gary, Indiana area, remember, there's a march taking place at 5 p.m. Make sure y'all reach out to KC, the bodyguard. All right. Salute everybody, and I'll see y'all later. I'll leave the chat running. And remember, y'all, there is a reward offered for JANIYAH McMichael. Salute everybody, and I'll see y'all back later on.